Hello, 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 ladies. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm super excited that you're here. So today, how many of you want to make more sales? More sales, more buyers, more customers? Drop in and let me know if that is you. So welcome to this Wednesday training. Why we are here is we are going to be talking about everything email marketing, why it should be top priority over social media. So this right here is probably one of the most important things that I'm going to talk about, I believe, all day today, to be honest with you, because who doesn't want to make money? Put in the chat, I want to make more sales, I want to have buyers, and I want to have more customers. Because when I started utilizing email, the email company sent me this. Isn't that funny? Because when I started making sales in my business off of my email, they send you fun stuff. So, now let's talk about this. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. So, prioritizing your email marketing is so important. And now I'm not asking you to get off of social media. What I'm telling you is that is a vulnerable place to be, in marketing. We want to have a marketing strategy. So we use social media to bring in to have the email service, right? So we want to have, a strategy, and relying on only social media can really be a risky business growth plan for you. And so prioritizing your email marketing is so important. So drop in the chat and let me know right now who don't have an email list. Drop a 1 below if you don't have an email list, okay? So, prioritizing your email will help you build direct relationships. You know how I always talk about we're on social media to build relationships, and that's how we make sales. That's how we make money. But doing it in an email way and having an email service gives you that more of a direct link to that, right? And so you can grow an audience. You have more control over your audience than you do having an email service. I mean, just being on social media, you have more of a direct through your email, and you can really impact more higher because the chances of them seeing it. And I'm going to give you some numbers here. So drop in the chat and say, how long have you been, if you have an email list, how long have you had your list, and are you currently building it? Like currently, because let's face it, you could have an email list, but you're like, I haven't did anything with it in forever. Well, we're going to talk about that as well. But so in this training, you're going to learn how to integrate your email marketing. Okay. So overall, your content plan, consistently growing your email. And even if you're starting from zero, okay, even if you're starting from zero. So here's one of the things that I'm going to share with you. There is a lot of email service providers out there. And so who wants an easy usable email service? Drop it below if you want an easy marketing software that you can use, which we call a CRM, because I have one and I absolutely love, and I will drop the link for you. So email marketing has been top of mind for a lot of us marketers out there, to be honest with you, and it has become directly important for all of us because the industry is shifting. How many of you are feeling the shift? There's so much social media. There's eyeballs everywhere, right? And people are like, it's like a fishbowl out there, let's face it. And so we really want to make sure that we don't have to worry about the algorithm. Okay, you get to create your own algorithm with your email provider, which is amazing. Okay, and so then we stay top of mind. What do I always say? We want to stay on top of mind of our customers, of people out there, right? So if you can get your email service, your email down, you will be top of mind. You will be top of mind on your platform for those people. So raise your hand right now if you get emails every single day. And some of them you're like, and some of them you're like, oh my God, what are they saying today? Right? You get either or. And so you want to make sure that you are the one they're like, what is she up to now? What kind of offer is she giving? I totally love her. What is she doing? Right? That's called a direct line to them. Okay. So here's some statistics. I never can say this right, but here we go. Less than 6% of your followers see your post. Like, that is huge information. 3.5% of people click on emails. Okay, so top of mind, right? Email marketing is 40 times more customer. You're going to get more of a customer through an email. 40 times. So would you say social media, that you're putting all this effort in, all of it's going on, that it might be more important to start building an email list? And messaging is 5 times more likely to be seen than on Facebook. Your email message is more likely to be seen 5 times more. So and I'm not telling you, like I said before, we're not moving off of social media. In fact, social media is still my primary tool for business, but this is what I'm teaching my clients to move into, right? I'm teaching my clients to move into this because why? We see it broad across that we so much need an email list, okay? So if you're just dropping in, let me know. Do you want to make more sales? Do you want more customers? This is where it's at. This is the power. There is no doubt that so much has changed, okay? So let's talk about it. We don't own social media. We know we don't own social media, right? We all know this. And we all know somebody that this has happened to, okay? My account got hacked. If you know somebody right now that their account got hacked, taken away, whatever it is, drop a 2 below and let me know. Do you know anybody, or have you heard of it? Just drop it in and let me know. Okay. Mine was taken away. I had over 50,000 that I have been working on since 2012, my social media. Since 2012, been working on all different sites, 50,000 followers gone, just like that, gone. So how many of you know these people? Okay, now you know, one right here. I just had one of my clients recently reach out to me, old client of mine, and say, Becky, oh my goodness, I just lost my site and I had to pay a hacker, because good luck talking to anybody on social media because you're not going to be able to. I tried to do it all, trust me. And she had to hire a hacker to get her stuff back. Now, gratefully, she got her stuff back. I was unable to. Okay. And, I've had so many, we hear it all the time. People are put in Facebook jail, all of the things. Luckily, if they get it back. So here's why we're wanting you to work more towards building both, right? Because both work well together. And it's so important to have. So at the end of the day, you own that platform, okay? Whatever followers you have, you own. And so this is why it's so important. So, I'm rolling out more curriculum about email marketing because this has been a problem for a lot of people. And let's face it, most people don't have an email list because they're just busy building up a social media. Now, if that's you, that's okay. Like, let's own it, let's realize it, and let's move forward and why you should start building it today. So most people, don't even think about doing this, like I said, but this is the cool thing about your email list. Okay. So if you have an email list, you are free to do more direct selling, more giving your offer, because now you're talking about it more in there. And that's not the only thing we're talking about is sell, sell, sell. It's still how we work our social media, but you have a bigger bigger way of being able to do this. Okay. So really the conversation is you get to have more of a conversation about your offers, about the things in your email list. And so more and more people are hesitant, and you might be one of them. So let me know if this is you as well, because I was too. I mean, let's face it. We go like this, okay? To get into the DMs and have a direct conversation with somebody. It's not as easy as just do it, just do it. We have this mental mindset that's going on. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be sold to. I don't want to be, all the things. And so we actually hurt our own self for growing our own business that people might want to say yes to, but we're in our own mindset. So how do we get past this? Not by saying, just get over it, sister. There's other ways. And I do teach this in my, She's in Charge of Branding Academy. But if you were one of those and you're like, oh, Becky, I just have this thing around it, then creating a direct line in your email service frees you up of this, because you now can email them more personally. You can email them your offers, really get connected if you're better at that, right? Now, we're not great at everything, and let's face it, but the power of your email marketing first is owning that list, okay? To get more sales, to get more buyers, to get more customers is owning your list, okay? So a direct line to your client. So you don't have to worry about any outsourcing of, oh my God, I don't own my social media anymore. It's gone, right? You now have the power back. So how many of you love that you feel more control of your business? You have the power. Drop a 3 below if you feel like that, okay? So there's different levels of communication. And in there, we're creating different boxes, right? We're just creating different boxes of different communication. And you can figure out, some people's email list, they're not very great at communication in there, but they're better at DMing. They're better at, okay, figure out where you're at, right? And make it work for you. So, there's different layers that we're putting in to this. We're different layers that we're using social media. There's different layers in email marketing. And we're talking to all these different channels, but it doesn't have to, it maximizes reaching people. But it doesn't have to be, oh, this is another thing. No, I used to feel the same way. Oh, this is just another thing I have to do. It is not true. In your content strategy, in your content planning is your email service. That's part of your content planning. So do we now understand that our email list is non-negotiable? Give me a yes below if you feel like my email list is non-negotiable for me, because I used to feel this way, like being dyslexic. Hello, I'm not a very good writer, but I'm a very good talker. Okay, so can you feel me on this? But I knew if I was going to grow a business, if I knew if I was going to be able to make offers and people to take what I have and make more money, I need to have an email service, right? This is what they sent me. When I made my first dollar, the email provider sent me this. And this is a big deal for me, right? This is a big deal. Whenever you make your first dollar in your business, it's a big deal. This was my first dollar in my email service, okay? So I still have this. It's on my whiteboard that I see the power that we have to be able to serve and help in all different ways. So don't get locked up on this, okay? So I know a lot of times when people first start out, they're like, oh, but I don't want to put money into having a email service. Okay, there's a lot of free ones out there, a lot of them. But I can tell you what I've learned off of free. Free doesn't get you sometimes in their inbox. Okay, so I was coaching another woman not too long ago, and she'd already had an email provider service. And I said, great, fantastic. But why am I not even getting your emails? I'm on your list. There's a problem. Okay, so if you don't have an email service that is a great provider, you are not, all the work that you're doing is not going to get out there. I learned this really quickly from a coach that I hired a couple years ago. That was $20,000 that I hired her. And that was one of the biggest lessons I learned. Free isn't always great. Ladies, do we know that? Free isn't always great. So you're going to spend $20 to $30 a month to have a great provider, so you know the effort and the work that you're putting in to your content is going to be seen, right? That is so important. So I want to make sure that you know this, okay? And I do have a link that the provider that I use, if you want to know what I use, I freaking love them. They have provided me so much value because I am not a techie girl, and I do teach this, step by step in my program, but they are you could call them up and they help you. And this is what I love about them. So I want you to think about, if you had a brick and mortar business, you were selling products. Like, I had a brick and mortar business for years and I sold products. Do you know how much the outcome that I put out there, the income I had to put out there to get income in, was a lot more than what I'm doing here. I can tell you that. It's a lot more than sitting in this office in my house where I had to put more out. So $20 to $30 is nothing when you get to bring in money, right? When you get to bring in money. Okay. So a lot of people assume just because you're a coach, I shouldn't do that, right? Wrong. A lot of people assume I'm just a network marketer. What does that got to do with anything? You have a business, right? Any kind of business out there should be having an email list. Okay. So I'm not going to keep on breaking that to you. And I don't care if you're like, yes, Becky, I have one, but I have 0 followers, 0 subscription, right? We all start somewhere. I remember when I first started and it was totally 0, right? And I was thinking, okay, what is the content? What am I going to be writing about? I'm so excited that my one person that is going to grab whatever I give out, they're going to be wanting this. And I'm going to be giving them value. I'm going to continue to nurture, right? So here's the thing. However you handle that 0 subscriber to 1,000 is how you're going to treat the entire ish between it, right? It's the dash in between, as we talk about, right? So 0 to 1,000, how you treat any of them is how you treat anything, right? So from day one, you show up excited. You've got value to give, right? So I don't care if you have 100 people. I know so many women that have the right 100 people on their list, not just anybody, but the right 100 people that want their offer had made 6K and more. So how many of you would look at a room and go, wow, there's 5 people that are listening to my message. There's 5 people on my subscription, right? Wow, 5 people in a room is a lot to speak to. What all of a sudden you have 50 people in a room. You're like, whoa, 100. You're like, wow, right? These are human beings on the other side that you get to inspire. You get to offer what you're doing, right? How exciting is that? So now, learning how to nurture your list is so important to serve, right? To serve. And the benefit of a small list when you're first starting out is you get to be more intimate. You really get to know them. They respond to you differently than when you have a larger list. It just is not as intimate, just like your social media can be. So you want to make sure that you're really speaking to them just like you would anybody across the table. How would you speak to, somebody that you really want to inspire? You really want to share what you have going on. And that way you get a higher rate of them opening up. So of course your headline, your sub headline is important. Why I want to open this up. But number 1, first step is don't have an email list. If you don't have an email list, I should say, you need to get an email list. Okay. So I use Aweber. It's super simple. Like I said, I love the people. On the other side, they're super supportive. So I will drop the link. That way you have it. If you want to check them out, this is, like I said, let me know if you don't have an email subscriber and you're like, I need one. I really want to start building my email list and making this happen for my business, because this is, let me see if I can find you in the group here. This is one of the most important things in our business. And so you want someone that is going to be able to support you along the way as well. Okay. So I just dropped it. Now, number 2, how do I grow this list, Becky? How do I grow this list? I hear this all the time. I want to do this, but how do I grow this? Well, something that people can opt into. You got to have something. So this is the container, right? They're going to opt in, and you're going to provide an email of exchange, right? So you're going to exchange something for their email, I should say. And we like to call this as a freebie. Maybe you have a little video series that you're going to educate them on something that they're going to want, right? A free resource, a video series, something that's going to better their life. What is something that in your business, they want the end result of something? How can you enhance their life? So we walk you through this, like I said, through She's in Charge of Business Branding Academy. I walk you through this. So, some people get crazy and build this ebook. I don't recommend you do that. This is a lot of time wasted, right? Really, you just want something tangible. Somebody wants something tangible that they can get a quick win. They can get an aha moment. They got 5 hacks to this. They got your 5 hacks that have worked for you in this, your 3 hacks, whatever that might be, that they can get a quick win. This is going to help you grow your list. So how many of you right now, drop a 4 below if you see my free resources out there right now? I have what is called the Power 10. It has changed my life. The Power 10 has changed my life. So I created this to share with other people what is working for me inside of my business, inside of my life, right? And so I also have a freebie out there that helps you with content. So how many of you have seen any of those freebies? Drop a low below. Drop a 4 below if you've seen any of my freebies, right? We also use this for bringing in our events, to have conversion events. How many of you right now are having conversion events? Drop a 5 below if you're having conversion events. Drop that below and let me know. Okay, so by creating a free resource, your people will get to know you a little bit better, right? They're going to get to know what you're about. These are people that might not even know you, and they get to tap into your world a little bit. They get to tap into your world a little bit. So you want to make sure that you have something to give that they really want. It's not just any milly willy, something that your audience would really want that would get a quick win. Number 3. So you build out this opt-in page, right? This is where you see where people you give them their email. This is what we call an opt-in page. And we created the freebie already. So now you start to create the content that shares out. So now you're giving this opt-in page out, people that raise their hand, and you've now gotten the email, and they get the freebie. Now you're taking this and you're creating content around this for people to raise their hand out there on social media, and they want to grab your free resource, right? This is how you're going to build your email list. This is how you're building your list of buyers, customers, making more sales. So how many of you said in the beginning, yes, that's me, I want to make more sales? This is how you do it. Okay. Social media is just the brand awareness, right? Social media is where you bring them into your world. How do you make a deeper connection? Is through your email list, through your groups, things like this. But you don't own that. We own our email list, right? So it's another way of nurturing. So a lot of people will do this wrong. Okay. A lot of people will do this wrong. They'll build the freebie. They get all excited. Woo, this feels good. I'm going to build this, and never share it. They never share it. Or they share it, but they never nurture their email list. I was one of them, so I'm speaking. I'm speaking from experience. Why? Because I was so nervous about what am I going to write? I was all up in my head about this, right? And you don't have to be all up in your head. What you do need to be, though, is remembering that some people, one, never see your freebie out there. So you have to at least share it once or twice a week. Content built around it. Not here's my freebie, here's my freebie. Why should I want this, right? You got to get people to say, yes, give it to me. I need it. Oh my God, it's done this for you. I got to have it, right? And you can't assume, because remember in the beginning, I told you 6% of people will see your stuff. 6%. How big is your list right now on social? If you have a lot of followers, a lot of friends, 6% is going to see your post. So how do you beat the algorithm? Well, this is how you beat it. You got to get them on your list so they can see what you have to offer, right? And you have to consistently build awareness around this. Like I said, treat it as if your freebie was, you're going to get paid. If you treated this freebie like you were going to get paid, you would have to sell it, and not sell it like what I'm saying, why they should, right? Get into the emotions of why they would want this free resource that you have. Okay. And then here comes the part that I was willy-nilly freaking out about how to nurture people. Well, it's super easy. And I'm going to explain this in a minute. Say number 4, now they're on your email list. You need to nurture them at least once a week, at least. Now, if you're on my email list, you probably get an email every day from me. But in the beginning, it was once a week because I was overthinking. I was overthinking it. And I was really learning more about me, more about my brand, more about what I offer, more, right? And so just because you don't know all that right now, you're going to learn this. Okay. So in the beginning, I really just want you to not overthink it. I want you to think about, what are you putting out on social media? What kind of value are you giving out there on social media? And if you're not, this is a problem. This is why you're not growing on social media. So I just want you to, put that in consideration. So I want you to think about that. What is the value that you offer? What are some of the things that you're selling out there? What are the things that are lighting you up, that's making a shift in your life, that could shift your customer, your client that you're trying to bring in? What is that, right? That is the same thing that you can put in your email marketing. It is the same thing, okay? So you can make it a little bit stronger in your email, and obviously you're going to write out your email a little bit different, but the meat of it is what you put out there on social media. So you're ensuring more that they will see this, because most likely on social media, they're not going to see it. So you're going to work really hard at getting people to opt in to get that freebie, right? And you're going to work really hard in your email service to have them open it up, to have them see the meat and potatoes inside and make them an offer. It's just like we talk about a call to action, right? You want to have a call to action. It could be whatever call to action you want it to be. Make sure that you're joining my group. Make sure that you are X, Y, and Z. Or did you see I'm offering this? I have this sale going on. I'm having a masterclass, a challenge. This product that I've been utilizing has changed the game for me. Check it out here, right? Here's the link to it. And I teach all of, if you're like, oh my God, this is like so much, Becky. I teach all of this in my Branding Academy, okay? She's in charge of Branding Academy. I teach all this, okay? So email marketing is so much freedom to offer your offer. You have so much more freedom, okay, to offer your offer. So make sure this is non-negotiable. Make sure this is a once a week email that goes out, okay? Number 5. You can do campaigns around your email series. Okay. So it has a beginning and it has an end. Okay. So if you're more advanced at this, I recommend that you have a campaign email series. So you could do a 5-day or a 10-day, however you want to sell, but what you could be selling is, I've got a bonus, right? I got a bonus of a one-on-one to get into my program that's happening right now. I have a special price only happening this week. I have clients coming into me all the time for my email list, you guys. So I'm telling you, this is powerful stuff. So I sometimes only offer one-on-one I have a one-on-one half an hour service. If you're buying into She's in Charge of Business Academy right now this week, I will only offer it to my email list. So I will sometimes say, hey, check out the email list if you're wanting to check out my special offers. If you're wanting to work with me personally, it's in the email. Go grab it, right? That way I'm ensuring that I'm getting the right people to say yes. I'm getting the right people to open up my emails, and they're opening up my emails to see, what does she got going on? I might want it, right? So it's a great way to do bonuses, special pricing. I'm getting ready to launch something really soon. I'm super excited about it. And I believe you will be too, because it will make you feel like you are in charge of your business too. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to be launching that really soon, and it might be only in my emails. I haven't decided yet. So you might want to pay attention to my email list. Okay, so the other way to build your email list is, like I said, through conversion events. So people opt into your event. So like I said, I do a lot of challenges, right? I do a couple challenges a year, and they opt into that challenge, right? I give them value. Then I offer them to be a part of my business, working with me. I'm building their business, and She's in Charge of Business Academy. And that way that I'm showing them how to start their business, get their business out there on social media and start getting clients, how to bring in more sales, right? That's what I do. And a lot of that is done through this funnel. So this is considered a funnel now, right? They're opting in, they're joining the event, I'm educating, I'm giving a lot of value. I give them an offer, I invite them to be a part of my program. And now they're in the email sequence, right? So just because they didn't raise their hand right away, now they're in this email sequence where they get to see my testimonials. They get to see what's going on. They get to take their time on making a decision. Is this the right decision for me, right? I only work with people that are designed for me, just like you will, right? We're only designed to work for people that want to work with us. I don't go and beg. I invite them into my world. We're not begging people. We're inviting them into our world. That way we know these are qualified people that want us, that want to learn from us, because there's a lot of people out there, and I'm not for everyone, and either are you. So important. Okay. So that is a great way to build your email list, because one, they already said yes. So they're your people, right? So now you're just qualifying them. Now you're just going to qualify them. Number 6, don't stop if it feels like a flop, right? Don't stop if it feels like a flop, right? Everything is a flow. So if you're like, I made this PDF, I made this free resource, and it's kind of a flop. Well, I teach you in my branding academy, not to scratch it. We do some tweaking, we do some fixing, we do some things to make it where they're raising their hand, right? It's never just a flop. It's just right now, it's not the language that they're wanting to hear right now. Maybe you haven't really dug deep into who your dream client, I like to call her your bestie. That's what she needs at the moment, right? So it's not always a flop. So let's just put it that way. So some people just need a little bit of a twist on what you're trying to say, right? Like I put out the Power 10. The Power 10, it means different things to different people. So I figure out, what do those people need to hear that is my dream client, my bestie, for her to say yes. Now, she might have seen me talk about this, but she didn't say yes because that one thing she didn't hear from me. But maybe on the 3rd time I said it, she was like, oh, yes, I do need that. So it's never a flop. Now, there is some tweaking that happens, yes. So wrap this all up. What was one of the powerful things that you heard today that you're like, yes, Becky, preach it to me. Here's your reminder. Your email marketing is a top priority in your business. Write that in there. Your email is your top priority, just like social media is. building your business. We use both to create the business and, the dream life that you're looking to have, creating more cash flow. Who doesn't want their email provider to send this? It's a sticker, by the way, to say, yay, congratulations, you made your first dollar, which wasn't just a dollar, but they're saying you made your first dollar in your email service, which is kind of fun because you get to celebrate, right? We're all about celebrating our wins. And so they sent me a t-shirt and they sent me $1, which was so cute of them, right? All the little things. Okay, so how many of you right now are like, I need to learn this? Because I'm going to invite you right now. I'm going to invite you. If you're a woman that says yes to herself and she knows she's divinely building her business, she knows right now is the right time for her. She knows that she is committed. She is saying yes to herself that I'm going to build the email list. I'm going to build my brand and I'm going to build this business so I can make more sales and provide an impact in somebody's life because of my business. Drop in, I am her, because we need to set up a call to make sure we're a good fit, that you want to be a part of She's in Charge of Branding Academy. So if that is you and you're like, yes, I want to be a part of this, I want to start building out my business the right way. I'm sick of just playing small. I want to really create something and start making a difference now. We are literally almost halfway through the year. Where are you at in your business, right? Are you making the numbers? What if you got inside this container and this opened you wide up and you're like, oh my God, this is the nugget. Or now I really do know how to build my business the right way to go make the sales. What if that was you today? Okay, so drop in, I want a call. Well, send over my calendar for you to get a connection call with me and see, are we a good fit? Can I really serve you? Can I really help you get to the next, right? If that's you, drop in, call, and I will make sure you get the link. All right, you guys, have a blessed day. I hope this helped you so much. Learning the power of social media or email to really use social media to build that email list. All right. Have a great day, you guys.